To everything there is a season, a time to every purpose under heaven. Things do not just happen, they happen in their time. You cannot separate your experiences from your seasons. The reason for snow is winter. The reason for rain is rainy season. If you want to know why it's happening now, ask your season. In 2026, not every battle deserves your response. You don't jump into everything or just anything. Today we're looking at Proverbs 26, and Proverbs 26 gives us the wisdom for 2026. Not that it says everything, but that's the key. The wisdom for 2026 is what we find in Proverbs 26. It's going to show us how to deal with conflict and how to deal with fools. It shows us how to, and Proverbs 26 is very brutal, in honesty, when it comes to issues about fools, slander, laziness, and conflict. Brutally honest. So, when you look at Proverbs 26, it tells you, do not answer a fool. Do not answer a fool according to his folly. Don't answer a fool according to his folly. At the same time, it tells you also to answer a fool according to his folly. So that's where wisdom, comes in. Wisdom comes in. So, do not answer a fool. At the same time, answer a fool. It talks about, it says, he who sends a message by the hand of a fool, cuts off his own feet and drinks violence. He said, answer a fool according to his own folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes. Is a proverb in the mouth of fools. No, he said, like the legs of the lame that hang limp. That is how a proverb is in the mouth of fools. Now, this just tells us you're going to see a lot of foolishness. You're going to see a lot of foolishness in 2026. And just be careful how you deal with fools. Be careful. And of course, don't join the camp of the foolish. So be careful how you deal with fools. That's the first thing. Then it also talks about the sluggard. The sluggard. The lazy man in verse 13. The lazy man says, there is a lion in the road, a fierce lion in the streets. As a door turns on its hinges, so does the lazy man on his bed. The lazy man buries his hands in the bowl. He buries his hand, he buries in the bowl. It wearies him to bring it back to his mouth. That's just laziness. Lazy man can start, but it's not the future. The reason you put your hand in a bowl is to take it to the mouth. So going to the bowl is starting. Bringing the hand back to the mouth is finishing. So this 2026, you should be a finisher. It's not just about starting, it's about starting and finishing. Dip the hand in the bowl, bring it back to the mouth. But the lazy man, he dips his hand in the bowl. It wearies him to bring it to his mouth. So you have to be a finisher in 2026. It talks about, the man, he gives the excuses. Oh, there's a lion there. Oh, so and so failed. Oh, that's not easy to do. Oh, that's impossible. There's always an excuse why success won't come. Don't allow laziness stop you in 2026. Isaac could have said, oh, there is famine in the land. I can't do anything. Oh, even the people are not doing anything. I can't do anything. But he saw the famine and he obeyed God. He sowed in the land. So don't let laziness stop you. Make no excuses this year. Make no excuses. Make no excuses. Ezekiel was among the captives, but he was not like one of the captives. His sensitivity to God separated him from the rest of the captives. So make no excuses. That's what we learn from here. Make no excuses. As a door turns on his hinges, so the lazy man on his bed. So the lazy man turns on his bed. I will do it tomorrow. I will do it in the afternoon. I will do it at night. You just get up and work. I will, I'm coming. So don't be like the lazy man. Now he talks about in verse 16. He said, the lazy man is wiser in his eyes than 7 men who can answer sensibly. This lazy man is sensible in his own eyes than 7 men who can answer sensibly. You remember, think of Hosea. Yeah, he was proud, but that's like laziness too. People couldn't stop him from, doing what he wanted to do. That was pride. But there are times when people can say, this will work, this is not going to work. It doesn't matter what people argue. The lazy man has a mental block, a locked mindset. That if he says this is not going to work, it doesn't matter what you do to convince him. He says, it's not going to work. I tried it before. Oh, so tried it. They said, I heard, So the 7 men, the lazy man is wiser in his own eyes than 7 men who can answer sensibly. Wow. That's terrible. That's terrible. He who passes by and meddles in a quarrel that is not his own is like one who takes a dog by the ears. Don't get into a fight that is not yours. Know what is yours to handle and know where the boundaries are. Know what is not yours to handle and just allow it go. So that's what, Proverbs 20:26 also, warns us about the slanderer, and about hidden hatred. So here are, some teaching points you need to grab. Know when to respond and when not to. This year, know when to respond and know when not to. The second thing I want you to see is that laziness destroys opportunity. God gives us opportunities, but laziness, refusing to act when you should, destroys opportunities. The third thing is that gossip ignites conflict. It ignites conflict. So be careful what you say, be careful who you are saying, be careful also what you are listening to. Sometimes people can just use gossip, to stir up something that should not be stirred up against a friend, against a spouse, against, children, against parents, against, people in church. Gossip, a little gossip can destroy a church. So be careful what you listen to or what you allow to go through your gates this season. Not every critique deserves your energy. People can say what they want. You have a choice to answer or not to answer. So, so this year may be a year requiring emotional discipline. Discipline yourself emotionally, and also practice strategic silence. Strategic silence. Know when to just keep mute, and you need to have wisdom in speech. The Lord bless you in 2026. He's blessed you already. In Jesus' name.